Look at this beautiful, rich purple that I am going to be using for the base of this painting, along with a beautiful sky, but it's kind of like sky blue light, but I actually made this color myself. I have a little bit of gold, and this is actually a recreation of, this is blue violet, a recreation of my very first pearlescent deconstructed bloom that I did. And then this is pearlescent interference blue and Amsterdam's pearlescent interference violet. So these are my colors tonight. Hello, everyone. I am doing a commission request for a lovely lady named Terri. She actually wants 2 of these, so I'm going to make this one on camera for you, the other one off camera, I think, and then I will show you what they both look like. I am super excited. She originally had wanted a red and gold one, and then this purple one. One of them is a swipe, one of them like this, but she emailed me or texted me back and she was like, I want both in the purple deconstructed blooms. So that is what I am doing. I do love these colors. So this color I made, and it is a really beautiful blue. I took phthalo blue, white, and a little bit of phthalo green to create this color. That extra little bit of phthalo green, you could actually add a little bit of yellow as well. It turns it from a very powder blue color into this not quite turquoisey, but it's just a little bit richer color, and it's super pretty. So I have all my colors here. I think I am going to get started. I'm going to start with my base and then wish me luck. Let's paint. So this color I mixed up from blue violet and black. The blue violet is transparent, very transparent, and the black is opaque. So I ended up with a semi-transparent color, but just to be safe, I painted my sides as well. So I'm gonna start, this is probably enough paint for both, but just to make sure. And I used this container of it so that I could actually measure it out to get the exact same color in both containers. So let me see if I remember. I think it was 26 ounces. It was 28 ounces of the black, and then I filled the rest up with blue violet. Okay, now I want to add in some of the blue and some of the violet to the background. And then I will swipe that on through. Less of the blue and more of the purple, I think. Got that part. And let me see. And I'm definitely going to spill those. So I'm going to put those back where they belong. Let me get my torch. Do I want to swipe through these background colors? I feel like I do. Maybe just a little bit. Oh, look at that. Oh, it creates such a pretty color. Oh my goodness. So I am going to do this, I think, with just 2 blooms, just like the original. So I'm going to spread that out a little bit. Ooh. Oh. This is why I'm so messy. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. Let me see here. I want to come back this way. Yeah. Down. Gosh, this is just so pretty as is. I might just have to do one of just these pearl colors, just like a ribbon pour stretching them out. They are so pretty. Okay, get the weight of my paint back to the center. I am going to use, oh no, am I out of frame? I am going to use the, wow, let me see. I want you to see what it looks like now. It's so hard to get you in so that you can see how gorgeous the purple color is and the blue color is already. Oh. All right, I think I'm going to have one here and one here, and that'll give me enough space to blow those out. So one right here. Whoa. One right here. And that will give me enough space to blow them out, intermix them a little bit. Now I'm gonna come in with my pearl blue. Now, one of these I want to do where I ring the colors around, because what I've noticed, especially when I did that big 4 foot by 5 foot deconstructed bloom, is that you won't get all the colors if the colors on the bottom of the puddle where you've puddled a bunch of them together, those colors don't come out as much. You need to get a lot of motion to get those to come through. So I want to do on one of these, it'll look like this, but each of the rings will be separate and they'll all be one layer. And I want to try that out. Okay, so now I want to do my gold. Then my purple. Oh, I need to keep popping these air bubbles. Big purple. And then, where's my pearlescent palette? Right. Sure. Maybe in the other one I'll do more blue in the background of that one so that they're not like matchy-matchy. Although I don't really think any fluid art can be matchy-matchy. I've gotten pretty close, but all right. These out of the way. Yeah. Also debating what, I'm definitely doing black as the activator, but I was debating which blow dryer to use. But I think I'm going to stick with Berta, the small one, because I like the smaller petals that it fans out. All right, here we go. This is a brand new batch, so I'm hoping that it works out okay. And when I've been spiraling these, I have realized that I do like the center to have most of the color, but not too much. Okay, that's good. So most of the color there. Spiral it on around and don't drop it. Okay, good enough. Good enough. Now I do have plenty of paint on here, but I don't want my blooms to run off the edge. So I'm gonna do a little bit more of like a flood coat down here, just around the corners. That should be good. I am going to stretch this one on my own. But I did have my husband do that voiceover, so I am happy that he can still like participate, even though he has been working late and has not been able to actually help me tilt any of these big paintings. All right, here we go. Starting. So everything is in the center right now, and I don't want to go off the sides. So what I'm going to do is tilt up. Don't want the whole bloom to go off. I want to keep the center of the bloom. Ah, it's so pretty. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, and then that one is going to stretch out from here. I don't know if I want to take it all the way down. No, I think I'm going to come to that side and tilt this side next. Y'all, I have paint all over me, but that is okay. Okay, the deconstructed bloom on this side held up really well. It is very pretty. I didn't quite make it over my side right here, but I don't want to change that. So I might just add some more base color down there. One day I'm going to do a video and I'm going to get nothing on me. Okay, once I get it to that side, then I'll be able to stretch it back out a little bit. Oh, this is so pretty. I love the blue that's getting layered through here. All right. Get some of that off of there. And then I can scrape up this table and have a pretty pearlescent purple background. All right, here we go. Bring it back. Bring it back. Save it all. I've got the pops of blue. I've got the purple. I've got the pearlescent colors. I am super happy. I will show you, and then we'll see how I'm going to do the other one, and then we'll see how they dry. Y'all are just going to have to wait to see how this one dries, but okay, good. Here, there's not as much glare. So it looked really dark on camera, and it's going to dry really dark, but that's going to allow the gold and the light blue and the pearlescent colors to show up really pretty. But like you can see some of the designs in it. Oh, so pretty. And then up here, the pearlescent is going to glow. I must say, I felt like I did a pretty good job this time. Sometimes I rush it. And I feel like I did a pretty good job getting the blooms to look like blooms. This one's a little off center over here, and this one's over there. Oh, I hope I didn't make you dizzy. All right, let's see how it dries. All right, y'all, I'm gonna try to hang this the other way because it's so large, but I wanted you to be able to see it this way first. Look at that section that I added up there of that pearl blue. It is so pretty. I'm so glad that I added that. The pearl violet is just gorgeous, and there's tiny little pops of gold and blue throughout, but there is a pretty good amount of negative space still. Gosh, you can see how those, let me see if I can, oh, the pearl colors, they're just so pretty. And I love that little corner of negative space. So let me see if I can turn it the other way so you can get the full picture. Oh, I almost fell over. Okay, so now you can see kind of, I know my light is shining there, but you can see, now you can kind of see the full picture. It is going to go, I believe, horizontal. I actually haven't even, vertical. I haven't even asked her that part. But see how it shines, but then when you get it in different lighting, it completely shifts. But so she wanted 2 of these. And when I made this one, I made the second one, which I'll show you in a second. And then when I made that second one, I had one more canvas this size. And I was like, you know what? These 2 are very different. So I made a third one. And so now she is currently deciding which 2 out of the 3 she wants. So let me get the other 2 up and I'll show you those as well. Okay, so here are all 3 together. How cool are these? Oh my gosh. This is the first time that I am putting them like all together as well. They are huge. I had to move my plants out of the way, but oh my goodness, they are so pretty. Oh. So these 2, I ended up just digging a little bit deeper when I blew it out, and the light blue ended up coming out more in these. So I think I will do maybe on a 2 foot by 3 foot, maybe not this big, but I think I will do one where I puddle and circle the colors around instead of puddling them like, circle game, right over one another. So there you have it. She is now currently, as I'm making this video, deciding if she wants maybe all 3, because I sent her pictures and said pick 2, and she was like, well, I like them all. So, but there you have it, y'all. One painting ended up turning into 3, one concept into 3 paintings, but I love them all. All right, thanks everybody so much for watching. Happy painting. Bye.